Government has outlawed the demolition of houses in Harare without 4 months' notice to allow the affected property owners to reconstruct, have decent shelter for their families. This comes as the Harare City Council has announced plans to demolish over 5,000 houses beginning this week, with 48-hour eviction notices already issued to people with houses allegedly built without approval on land reserved for public amenities. Some of the properties targeted are in Maple Rain, Kuwadzana, Budiriro, Kuwadzana again, Budiriro and Glenview.
And local government and public works Minister Daniel Garwe criticized the city of Harare's approach of wantonly demolishing people's houses without adequate notice. He called for the need to respect citizens' rights to shelter, and he expressed concern over council's unreasonable notice period for residents to vacate their homes, which was set at just 4 to 5 days. Whilst Mr. Garwe acknowledged that many houses were built illegally on undesignated land, he advocated for a more humane approach.
He urged citizens to refrain from purchasing land from bogus individuals, stressing that such transaction should and could lead to criminal charges for both buyers and sellers. He encouraged the public to be suspicious of land transactions that appear too good to be true, such as a 2,000 square meter stand going for $500 US.
I like the phrase in there from Minister Garwe, just the reasonable time frames, especially in terms of eviction notices, because it does acknowledge that, yes, these were built in undesignated areas, but there is a need for a humane approach, and hopefully some sense will prevail. I think the fact that the government, because it felt at some point that there was a head-on collision coming between the City Council and the Ministry of Local Government in terms of saying that don't demolish. But now I think the fact that there's an acknowledgement from both sides that there's it
is wrong.
It is wrong.
But now let's do it the right way.
Let's do it the right way and hopefully be able to relocate those people. I think what also needs to come out of this for me, Marissa, is we need to find a more sustainable solution. I think somebody needs to be held accountable. Whoever was responsible for selling this undesignated stands,
the land,
because I'm sure,
because if they are demolishing, there's somebody there is the one who was responsible for putting them there.
And so even for the guys, the homeowners, the property owners, I think we really need, outside of being humane and telling them you get 4 months and all that, I think conversations or maybe a commission of inquiry needs to be had in terms of finding out from them, where did you get this?
Yes.
Why did you
way?
think you would buy a stand for 500? So that at least we can have practical solutions, because we don't want this happening to anybody else. I think 5,000 houses is way too many already.
Sometimes also there's some people also, like we've been trying to fight this issue of corruption in our country and in our communities, whatever it is. Sometimes you find that maybe that house owner was corrupt in their dealing. They are corrupt. So sometimes you want to feel sorry for somebody who was not doing the right thing.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's where I think my suggestion for that commission of inquiry, so that we're not necessarily holding this commission of inquiry to punish people, but it's like that whole Truth and Reconciliation Commission.
Let's
find out where the loopholes are, why people are getting caught up in this, so that even when we come up with solutions, they are realistic solutions. The same way we're saying 4 to 5 days is not a reasonable time to evict people. I think once we engage, I think as the government comes in and steps in and says, no, don't do this, I think they should then take advantage of it. Just say, guys, yes, we're helping you out this time, but we need information A, B, C, D, so that, because next time it could be you, me, who are victims of this, and then it doesn't help anyone. And people lose trust in the City Council, trust in the land and property rights, and that's not going to help us. We're a country that's very proud, and we need to start doing the right thing.
Napo konapo, ipapo, ba ZTN Prime, DSTV channel 294, the place to be.